Good morning. I'm Ralph Wenke at CNN Center in Atlanta. For months now, NASA has been trying to get Discovery into the air, and for a variety of reasons, so far, it simply hasn't worked. Now, this morning, they're going to try it once again. And following this story, CNN's John Holloman. John, good morning.
Ralph, good morning to you. The Discovery astronauts have been waiting for this day for years. The crew calls this its fourth try. The mission's been delayed more times than any shuttle mission since the Columbia mission, which went up just before the Challenger disaster back in January of 1986. If you look at your TV set now, you'll see Launch Complex 39B. There's Discovery on the pad. About an hour ago, the blue sky that was behind the space shuttle wasn't blue at all. There were some thick clouds there. There was even a thunderstorm out over the Atlantic that was moving toward the Kennedy Space Center. But it's not there anymore. It's dissipated. You can see there the main engines are prepared at the bottom of Discovery to do their business in about 50 seconds from right now. And the crew is upstairs in the cockpit on the flight deck now, preparing for the last minute launch of Discovery. We'll see what happens. At this point, equipment-wise, everything seems to be working perfectly. There you see the base of the two huge solid rocket boosters that will be lighted after the three main engines are all checked out and working perfectly. We have about 25 seconds to go, and we'll listen to the last few seconds of the countdown.
Hydraulic power units activated. Sound suppression water system activated. Launch ignition system on. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Go for main engine start. Engines are up and burning. 2, 1, 0, and liftoff of the Space Shuttle Discovery, launching the next generation of communication satellite technology.
Houston now controlling. How'd you roll, Discovery? Roll maneuver complete. Discovery's in a heads-down position on course for a 28.5 degree, 160 nautical mile orbit. Discovery's engines now throttling down as the orbiter passes through the area of maximum dynamic pressure on the vehicle in the lower atmosphere. The orbiter is 1 mile downrange from the launch site. Altitude 21,000 feet. Engines now beginning to throttle back up. Discovery, go at throttle up.
Go at throttle up.
Discovery's three main engines back at full throttle. The orbiter is 7 miles from the launch site. Altitude 66,000 feet, traveling 2,500 feet per second, or about 1,700 miles per hour. The time is 1 minute 35 seconds into the flight. The next event is burnout and separation of the twin solid rocket boosters.
I'm sure you could hear the excitement in the voices of everybody at the Kennedy Space Center, and even those astronauts aboard Discovery as they announced the launch. There's a big sigh of relief for everybody. The two giant solid rocket boosters have separated from Discovery, and it's now going into orbit using the power from its three main engines. The most dangerous part of the flight, as the astronauts will tell you, just ended.